The true story behind Good American Family and Natalia Grace Barnett explained. Hulu's Good American Family is based on a real-life story, and the true crime show is only part of the complicated reality. Good American Family has presented itself as a fairly intense and unusual true crime show, and many viewers may wonder if it's actually based on a real story. Good American Family follows a family that adopts a child, only to believe that child was actually an adult who was trying to scam them. It seems like a product of fiction, but Hulu's new drama is based on a true story, and the reality is just as harrowing as the fiction. Good American Family is based on the story of Natalia Grace and her adoption by the Barnett family, but it's not the first time this story has been put to screen. The Orphan prequel movie Orphan, First Kill was seemingly inspired by Natalia Grace, and the docuseries The Curious Case of Natalia Grace also tried to unearth the truth of the contentious events and legal proceedings. It is, however, the first dramatization of those events, and it may deviate from the facts of the case somewhat. According to Good American Family's trailer, the show was inspired by multiple stories, perspectives, threats, interpretations, and accusations surrounding Christine and Michael Barnett's adoption of Natalia Grace. As such, most of the cast members of Good American Family play real-life people in the dramatization. Ellen Pompeo, for example, plays Christine Barnett, while Imogen Faith Reed plays Natalia Grace. The true story of Natalia Grace's time with the Barnett family, however, was obscured by controversy, conflicting accounts, and lies. Some versions of the story accuse Natalia Grace of posing as a child to con and kill her adoptive family, while others position the Barnetts as an abusive and neglectful family. Natalia Grace was born in Ukraine with spondylobiphyseal dysplasia congenita, a rare form of dwarfism, via The Independent. Natalia's Ukrainian birth certificate claimed she was born in 2003, meaning she would have been about 7 years old when the Barnetts adopted her in 2010. Natalia was put into a Ukrainian orphanage at some point in her early life, and she was eventually brought to the United States to be adopted. Natalia was adopted by a different family before the Barnetts, the Sickons, though that family from New England gave her away, according to The Curious Case of Natalia Grace. Shortly after the Barnetts adopted Natalia Grace, trouble began. According to some sources and the Barnetts, Natalia was suffering from some kind of mental illness. She has since been diagnosed with reactive attachment disorder, via people, and had violent tendencies. Various accounts allege that Natalia threatened her adoptive siblings and parents with knives, urinated and defecated inside and on her younger sibling, and tried to poison Christine via The Independent. The Barnetts also claim that a professional diagnosed Natalia as a sociopath, though Natalia has denied these claims. In fact, both Natalia and Michael Barnett have accused Christine of abusing her via Business Insider. At the same time as the alleged instances of violence, the Barnetts began suspecting that Natalia Grace was actually older than her birth records claimed she was. Christine Barnett claimed that Natalia had pubic hair and had menstruated, both of which are secondary sexual characteristics girls usually first have around 12 years of age, via The Guardian. The Barnetts also allege that Natalia looked older than another child with spondylobiphyseal dysplasia congenita, and that she had a vocabulary too advanced for a 7-year-old. The family believed Natalia was actually an adult or teenager, and that she was using her dwarfism to scam them. 2 years after the Barnetts adopted Natalia Grace, they succeeded in a court case to effectively change her age. Natalia's Ukrainian birth certificate originally stated that she was born in 2003, but the Barnetts successfully petitioned a judge to alter the birth records to say she was born in 1989, via USA Today. However, a local children's hospital conducted a skeletal survey and determined Natalia was about 11 years old at the time, via The Guardian. The change in Natalia's birth records allowed the Barnetts to treat her as an adult, and made it so Natalia wasn't legally their child anymore. After having Natalia Grace legally declared an adult, the Barnetts effectively left her. The Barnetts rented an apartment in Lafayette, Indiana, and got Natalia on federal benefits before moving with the rest of their family to Canada via The Independent. Natalia also said she was unable to bathe herself or operate a washing machine while living on her own via Business Insider. However, because of Natalia Grace's genetic condition, Tippecanoe County prosecutors charged Christine and Michael Barnett with neglect of a dependent in 2019. Michael Barnett was acquitted. In the realm of shocking true crime and real-life mysteries, few stories have captivated audiences as much as the saga of Natalia Grace Barnett. At first glance, her case seemed like the plot of a psychological thriller. An adopted child with a disputed age, allegations of fraud, abuse, and an eerie sense of uncertainty about who was telling the truth. Meanwhile, in a seemingly unrelated corner of the entertainment world, the brand Good American Family has emerged as a stronghold for American values, fashion, and success. But what, if anything, do these two stories have in common? And why have they both fascinated the public to such a degree? To understand the connection, or rather, the contrast, it's important to break down the intricate web of deception, accusations, and revelations surrounding Natalia Grace, as well as the cultural significance of Good American Family. ###*******************************************################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################# Barnett. A tale of mystery and deception ****. The story of Natalia Grace begins in 2010 when Michael and Christine Barnett, a well-respected Indiana couple, adopted a Ukrainian orphan they believed to be a 6-year-old girl. According to their version of events, Natalia was far from an innocent child. The Barnetts claimed that she was actually an adult masquerading as a child, exhibiting violent and erratic behavior that made them fear for their lives. The story took an even more bizarre turn when they alleged that Natalia had threatened to harm their family and attempted to poison Christine. What followed was a legal and media firestorm. The Barnetts petitioned the court to have Natalia's age legally changed to 22 years old, and after succeeding, they moved her into an apartment and left the country, effectively abandoning her. This action led to legal charges of neglect, but as investigations unfolded, conflicting accounts arose. Natalia insisted she was a child and had been unfairly abandoned, while experts in various medical evaluations failed to provide conclusive proof of her real age. The case gained widespread attention, sparking debates about adoption fraud, child exploitation, and the ethics of how adoptive families treat their children. Public opinion was sharply divided, with some believing Natalia was a cunning adult posing as a child, while others saw her as a victim of mistreatment by the Barnetts. The story reached a fever pitch when it was featured in docuseries, such as ***, The Curious Case of Natalia Grace ***, where new evidence emerged, casting doubt on the Barnetts' claims. ###******* Good American Family. A stark contrast in public perception ****. While the tale of Natalia Grace is filled with suspicion, controversy, and dark twists, Good American Family represents an entirely different cultural narrative, one of empowerment, aspiration, and the American dream. The brand, originally launched as Good American by Khloe Kardashian and Emma Grade, started as a denim-focused clothing line that emphasized body positivity and inclusivity. Over time, it evolved into a broader brand embodying strong family values and the pursuit of success. Good American Family is marketed as an emblem of unity, hard work, and the belief that anyone, regardless of background, can achieve greatness. It taps into the public's love for uplifting success stories, championing ideals of honesty, integrity, and perseverance. Essentially everything that the Natalia Grace case seemed to lack. This stark contrast is why these two seemingly unrelated stories have garnered massive public interest. The Natalia Grace case is rife with questions, inconsistencies, and unsettling possibilities, while Good American Family offers a picture-perfect version of achievement and unity. ###**** the cultural impact. Why these stories matter ****. What makes the Natalia Grace case and Good American Family so compelling is the way they highlight two opposing aspects of American culture: distrust and hope. On one hand, the Natalia case taps into deep-seated fears about deception, exploitation, and the failures of the legal system to protect the vulnerable. It forces people to question whom they can trust and whether they truly understand the people around them. The idea of an adopted child possibly being an imposter is chilling, and it resonates with popular horror tropes like those seen in movies such as ****Orphan***. On the other hand, Good American Family represents the aspirational side of the American experience. It sells an image of honesty, ambition, and the rewards of hard work. People gravitate toward brands like these because they provide a sense of stability and positivity in a world filled with uncertainty. While Natalia Grace's story fuels anxiety about the unknown, Good American Family reassures people that success and happiness are achievable with the right mindset and values.